Hari Om. Thank you for coming to class. This is Marco Yoga, and this is my offering. So we're going to practice today. We're going to explore a little bit of the mind. It's one of the 5 layers, the 5 Koshas, the 5 sheaths of who we are. So let's go and explore using yoga, using what we have to learn how to transform what we have to make it better. So thank you for coming to class. Thank you for making the adjustment from Saturday to Sunday. We're going to continue. We're going to maintain our practice since that is the key. The key is practice, practice, practice. Then the rest is coming. So thank you for being here and let's go at it. So Sisa is here today. We have a new location. We're going to continue moving since change is the only constant when we live with the outside. So come flat on your back, supine position, and keep your arms alongside your body, palms facing up, so that way you can feel that outward rotation of your arms. So as you're flat on your back, I want you to make the back of your neck long so that you can then relax your cervical spine. Then you're going to feel now that your thoracic spine is resting, your shoulder blades are resting, your arms are resting. Because of your knees are flexed and your feet are in the ground, you're going to sense that the lumbar is also resting and the sacrum is resting. So we have 4 segments of the spine. There are 3 of them are resting and the cervical is a little bit on an arch. But close your eyes and we begin the practice of yoga. We begin the practice of that inner self exploration. So as we start to go to the inner part of us, we start to feel that we're composed of those 5 layers. The outermost layer, they call that the Annamaya Kosha, the layer made out of the food that you eat. So pay attention to eating really good food. The food is really important. That is what you're made out of, outermost. But then after that, we go inside and we find ourselves in another layer, a layer made out of energy. So can you identify right now the energy of your body? Now remember that the most obvious way of understanding energy is understanding breathing. So shift your attention to breathing and start to observe the movement of the breath, the energy. The energy is coming in and out, and you feel the movement on your abdominal wall, you feel the movement on your chest in that thoracic area. But then I want you now to start to play with the energy, start to control the energy. So narrow the back of the throat. And let's begin to calibrate the inflow and the outflow of that energy. So we practice pranayama, the prolongation of that prana. Then we have the Annamaya Kosha, we have that Pranamaya Kosha, and now we're going to where we want to explore today, the mind, the Manomaya Kosha. As we go to the Manomaya Kosha, we go to that inner self, we understand that there are 4 layers around consciousness: mind, intelligence, ego, and chitta, consciousness. So the mind is the most superficial. The mind is the one that has the decision and indecision making, sankalpa and vikalpa. So that we have that Manomaya Kosha. The Manomaya Kosha work with the senses. So sometimes the mind is considered one of the senses. It could be speech, it could be, those are the working senses: speech, hand, feet, reproductive, and excretory senses. But we also have the knowledge gathering senses: sight, hearing, touch, taste, and smell. So those are the functions of the mind. The mind has functions. It could be a working senses, or it could be a knowledge gathering senses. So the mind accept or reject. Now, let's start to connect now the body, energy, and the mind. Let's try to bring them together, right? So you're welcome to open your eyes, maintain the movement of the breath, And now I want you to straighten up your arms, flex your elbows, and point with your fingers towards your heels. That's right. So your palms are going to be facing each other. We're going to start to lean, breathing and movement. Release all the air out of your system. And following the inhale, rotate your arms, touching the ground, and bring them over your head as if you're doing snow angels. And with an exhale, back down. So we're going to start to wake up the movement in the shoulders. Inhale, feel the rotation of the shoulder blades, upward rotation. And exhale, feel the downward rotation of the shoulder blades. Inhale, upward rotation of the shoulder blades. You maintain your spinal column relaxed. And exhale, and we're going to start to observe how we're going to change the body. Inhale, upward rotation of your shoulder blades. Exhale, and it's almost a downward rotation of the shoulder blades. Let's do 2 more so that we can do 7. Inhale, elbows straight and point with the fingers. Activate the muscles of the arms. And exhale, no need to activate the muscles of your face. Good, and let's do 1 more. Inhale, lifting your arms over your head, elbows straighten. And exhale, so we're working with the organs of action. Pressing the hands down, with an inhale, lift up the pelvis off the ground without allowing your knees to splay to the outside. And with an exhale, control the pelvis and place it down against the ground. Again, inhale, lifting up the pelvis high up, away from the ground, so you press the ground. And exhale, we're looking for concentration. Inhale, now feel the movement at the head of the femurs. And exhale, use the breath to help you relax. Let's do 5 more. Inhale, leading with the frontal hip bones up to the north. And with an exhale, just use control to bringing the pelvis down. Good, let's do 4 more. Inhale, pressing the hands down and your feet down, you lift up the pelvis. And with an exhale, you relax the pelvis, you relax your jaw. Good. Again, 3 more. Inhale, lifting up. So lifting up the pelvis. And with an exhale, control the bringing the pelvis down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, lifting up the pelvis off the ground. And with an exhale, we move the pelvis to the ground. We're looking for concentration. 1 more. Inhale, lift up, pelvis up. And with an exhale, you release the pelvis down. Now point with your fingers towards your heels. With an inhale, swing your arms over your head, this time to the north and over your head. And with an exhale, we're going to move your arms down. We're going to do 5 like that. Move down a little more. Inhale, lift up, arms over your head, high up, elbows straighten. And exhale, we're going to do 7, since today is Sunday. Inhale, lifting up your arms over your head. Exhale, and now we're going to do 4. Inhale, lifting your arms, activating the arms muscles. Exhale, so we're working with the Annamaya Kosha, the Pranamaya Kosha, and the Manomaya Kosha. Inhale, over your head. Exhale, arms down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, lifting your arms, keeping your arms active. Exhale and spreading your fingers, feeling the energy in your hands. 1 more. Inhale, we want to identify energy and material. And exhale. Now rotate your hands, palms facing down, and with an inhale, lift up the pelvis over your head. And exhale, release the pelvis and lift your arms now. So we're going to coordinate arms and pelvis. Inhale, pelvis up, arms down. And then exhale, arms up, pelvis down. Let's do 5 more. Inhale, feel the ground, observe the solidity. And exhale, and now identify fluidity. 4 more. Inhale, coordinating pelvis and shoulders. Exhale, elbows straighten and spread your fingers. Feel the energy at the tip of the fingers. 3 more. Inhale, lifting up the pelvis, pressing with the hands down to lift up higher. And exhale, we want to transform ourselves. 3 more. Inhale, feel the breath, bringing to the lungs and lifting up the pelvis. Exhale, feel the contraction and the relaxation. So the pelvis goes down and your arms go over your head. Good. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, feel the movement of the body, concentration. Exhale, that's the ultimate goal of yoga, the concentration of the mind. 1 more. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale and release. Now stay there and take a deep inhale there. And with the exhale, lift up the pelvis and arms down. Now inhale, arms up, pelvis down. And exhale, arms down, pelvis up. So you are concentrating about that calibration. Inhale, arms over your head so you fill up your lungs, the diaphragm moves down. And with an exhale, the diaphragm coils back in, but you lift up the pelvis. Good. Inhale, that's right, you're concentrating about the movement of the shoulders and the pelvis. Exhale, you are coordinating, you are collaborating. Inhale, arms over your head, relaxing the neck, the jaw. Exhale, lifting up the pelvis, press your heels down, activate hamstrings and calf. Let's do 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale and release the pelvis down. Bring the right knee towards your chest. Bring both hands in front of the right shin. Steady. And then keeping your hands in front of the right shin, with an inhale, move the right knee away from the body. And with an exhale, squeeze the knee deep towards your chest and feel the sensation in the right groin. Inhale, right knee away from the body. Exhale, right knee towards your chest, squeezing and releasing. Inhale, moving the knee away from the body. Exhale, move the knee deep towards the armpit. Good. Again, inhale away from the body. Exhale, squeeze it and create that fire in the pelvis. Beauty. Inhale away from the body. Exhale, flexing your elbows and moving the knee towards your chest. Relaxing your jaw. 1 more. Inhale away from the body. Exhale, squeeze in, releasing unnecessary tension in the pelvis and release the right foot from the right sitting bone. Inhale, lift up the left knee, both hands in front of the left shin. And with an exhale, squeeze the left knee towards the left armpit, towards the left side of your chest. Inhale without letting go of the left shin or the left knee. Exhale, squeeze it and feel that vibration in the left groin. Inhale, moving the knee away from the body. Exhale, use the exhale to relax, to contract, and to go a little deeper. Inhale, expand and extend. Exhale, contract and relax. 3 more. Inhale away from the body. Exhale deep towards the left armpit. 2 more. Inhale away from the body. Exhale, squeezing a little deeper. And let's do it 1 more. Inhale, linking the breath and the movement of the body. Exhale, so we're concentrating about using the materials. Release that left foot in the ground. Release your hands on the ground. And now, let's do some of them, arms and pelvis at the same time. Inhale, arms up, pelvis up. And then exhale, arms down and pelvis down. So we look at what is permanent, what is not. Inhale, lift up, arms up, pelvis up. Exhale, releasing. The mind is the sense which is capable of comprehending happiness and distress. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, releasing. And let's do 4 more like that. Inhale, lifting up the pelvis, lifting up the arms. Exhale, touching the ground at the same time, so coordinate. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, so you concentrate the mind, exhale into the movement, the material and the energy, right? 2 more. Inhale, so you're bringing your mind to the body, part of you that is made out of the food. Exhale, and the energy, the breathing. Good. Again, 1 more. Inhale, lift up, high up. And exhale, release. Now bring both knees towards your chest. Keep the knees together. Point with your toes, and now open up your arms, shoulder level. Keep the knees together. Take a deep inhale. And with your exhale, release both knees towards the right elbow and look at the left hand. Linking breathing and movement. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, both knees to the left and you look to the right. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, both knees to that right elbow and look at the left hand. Keep the left shoulder blade in the ground. Inhale, lifting up the knees at the same time, using the breath. And with an exhale, you contract and you relax. You let your knees rest. Inhale, lift it up. So use energy to use material. Exhale, work with the material because that's what part of us. Inhale, lift up the knees. And with an exhale, release both knees to the left elbow and look at the right hand and keep the right shoulder blade in the ground. Inhale, follow the inhale. Exhale, both knees to the right elbow, looking at the left hand. Inhale, lift up, keep the shoulder blades relaxed, and with an exhale, bring both knees to the left elbow and look at the right hand, keep the right shoulder blade in the ground, as if it's bolted down. Inhale, let's do 4 more of those. We're working with 7s today. Exhale, both knees to that right elbow, close to the right elbow, look at the left hand. Inhale, as if you feel that the energy is lifting you up, and with an exhale, you're controlling the material and the energy, releasing the knees to the left. Inhale, lift up. Let's do 3 more rounds. Exhale, both knees to the right elbow, looking at the left. Inhale, lifting up, looking up at the north. Exhale, we are guiding the mind where to go. Inhale, lift up. Let's do 2 more. Exhale, both knees to that right elbow, looking at the left hand, left shoulder blade in the ground. Inhale, lifting up, relaxing your jaw. Exhale, you relax your gaze, you relax your nostril, you relax your mouth. Inhale, lift up, you relax the instruments of perception. Exhale, you relax the organs of perception. The mind is one of them. They call it the organ of perception. Inhale, because it's associated to smells, touch. Exhale, both knees to the left, looking at the right. Inhale, lift up, both hands in front of the shin. And with an exhale, bring your forehead and your knees to touch. So we are sensing how to control the mind, how to bring that concentration, how to bring the mind to understand that you're not the mind. The mind is a superficial part of you. It's not who you are. Release your head, release the shoulder, release both feet in the ground. And now bring the right knee up towards your chest. Good. Fold it deeply. And then with your right arm, inside of the right knee, you're going to grab the right big toe. And then you're going to straighten up the right leg up towards the ceiling. Now, if you have a strap, you use a strap. So you will get a strap, you loop the foot, and then you get the side of the strap. Now, what I want you to do now, if you're holding up with a little towel, with your toe, the index and middle finger of the big toe, or if you're using the strap to grab that right foot, if you use a strap, I want you to keep the right ankle directly stuck in on top of the right knee, on top of the right hip joint, and keep the right elbow straightened. So that way you understand clearly, you're bringing the mind, again, it's about concentration, about where is the body, where is that Annamaya Kosha, and what is happening with the Pranamaya Kosha, so that the Manomaya Kosha, the layer made out of the mind, which is the most superficial part of the cell, is in control. You want to concentrate to control the mind. Straighten up the left leg, flex the left foot. Now notice what's going on the lumbar. And now with your next exhale, without letting go of what you gained, allow the right foot to go pause due to a bad connection, but we're back. We're connected again. Yes, we're relying on the Wi-Fi. So that's what we have. We're going to work what we have, and we're going to rely on the permanent, not the impermanent. The mind is impermanent. That is the issue. The issue is that the mind is impermanent. We want to go to what's permanent, the soul. We want to go to the essence of you, the one that is witnessing. So feel the breath, stay alert, reach with the right heel far away from the right sitting bone, reach with the left heel far away from the left sitting bone. Let's do 2 more rounds of inhales and exhales, controlling that energy, that prana maya kosha, and gently inhale, lift it up, and bend the right knee, and let go of the right foot, and release the right foot in the ground. Now bring the left knee out towards your chest. Fold it, bring the left knee towards the left armpit, and then left arm inside of the left knee, you grab the left big toe, you straighten it up, or you use your strap, and you do the same principle. You hold both sides of the strap with one hand, with the left hand, you keep the left elbow straightened, and you want to bring then that left ankle joint aligning with that left knee joint, aligning with the left hip joint, so that way we understand how to work with magnetism. Because the north has a magnetic field, the south has a magnetic field. But you know also who has a magnetic field? Your heart. So we want to use the heart to understand how to attract what you want in life. The mind is going to give you information, because remember, the mind is the one that does decisions or indecisions. Sankalpa or Vikalpa. So now slowly straighten up that right leg, flex the right foot, activate the right quad, sense it, activate that left tricep, activate the left quadricep, sense the inhale, sense the exhale, and with your next exhale, allow now the left foot to go to the far left. And you open up the right arm to the right side, you feel the inhales, you feel the exhales, you maintain. I'm trying to hold with my foot the right thigh of Sisa in the ground, so that part of her is maintain the stability, so that we can then challenge the other part. Remember, we're looking at what is beyond the mind. We're looking for that other kosha. So there is then that Annamaya kosha, which is the most superficial part of us, which is made out of the food that we eat. So if you eat good food, you're going to have a good Manomaya, Annamaya kosha. Then we have the Pranamaya kosha, which is the second kosha, the second sheath of who we are. Then we have the Manomaya kosha, which is the mind, which is the most superficial part of consciousness in a way. And then we have the Vijnana Maya kosha, which is pure intelligence. That's when we're going to go deeper. We understand, because we want to move from the impermanent to the permanent. And the impermanent, the body is more impermanent. Energy is it permeates everything, it's everywhere. The mind is impermanent. The mind, you can always change your mind. Sense the inhale, 2 more rounds of breath. Sense the exhale, move the left heel far away from the left sitting bone. Move the right heel far away from the right sitting bone. And with an inhale, lift up. And bend the knee and release that left from the ground. Bend the right knee. Bring the right knee towards your forehead and forehead to the right knee. Squeeze it deeply. Release your head, release the shoulders. And now move the right arm inside of the right leg, and you're going to grab the outside of the right foot. The right arm is moving on the inside of the right leg, the right knee. You're going to grab the outside of the right foot, in other words, the outer arch of the right foot, and then slowly lift up. You can use the inhale to move now that right ankle joint on top of the right knee joint. So we're going to start to, in a way, sense that verticality, because remember, we're looking for magnetism. So sense and pay attention to vibrations, because that's magnetism, that's energy. And now slowly straighten up the left leg. So straighten up the left leg, flex the left foot, bring the power of the left leg, and now bring the power of the right arm, and you're going to flex the right elbow, trying to move that right knee to the ground on the inside of that right armpit. Keeping the left leg alert, sensing the left leg and sensing the right leg. Yes, it's a happy baby pose. So can you identify right now what is the mind doing right now? Decisions or indecisions? Yes, that's one of the functions of the mind. But the mind, remember, the mind is connected to the 5 sensory organs and also to the 5 organs, working organs. So the mind can be a working organ or it can be a sensory organ. So sense it, be clear about it, identify what is the mind doing right now, concentrate a little deeper and release the right foot in front of the right sitting bone. Sense what's going on, and then inhale, lift up the left knee, forehead and the left knee touching, squeeze that left side of the torso, release your head, release your shoulders, and now move the left arm inside of the left knee, and you grab the arch, the outer arch on the left foot, so you use your fingers to take a good grip on that. Once you feel that that is clear, then you're going to move that left ankle joint and you're going to stop that left ankle joint on top of the left knee joint. Maintain that action, relax your shoulders, relax your neck, pay attention to the breathing, and now straighten up the right leg. Flex the right foot and feel the power of that right leg. And feel the power of the mind. The mind is the most powerful instrument that we have. It's more powerful than the heart because it's the one that gives us information about the outside. So you use the senses. The mind can work, it can be part of the working senses. Yes, like speech, hands, feet, like understanding, reproductive and excretion, actions. So the mind controls those guys, and the mind also controls and is attracted to the objects of desire via the senses. So it's going to be a little bit of sight, hearing, touch, taste, and smell. So feel what's going on with the mind, identify what's going on with the mind, and play right now with the inhales, play with the exhale, identify what's happening right now, and concentration of the mind is the supreme goal of yoga. So identify how to concentrate in the now. Come to the now, identify and bring your mind to something greater than you, greater than your ego, which is one of those layers, the ahamkara. We want to go a little deeper. We want to go to the mano maya kosha. So we want to go to the divine part of you, to the soul. That's right, that jiva, that center, the innermost. So move that left knee towards the ground. Keep the right leg totally active so that you feel what you're doing at the hip joint. You're understanding clearly what's going on the hip joint. Relaxing your lips, your jaw. One more, a little deeper. Good. And release the left foot in front of the left sitting bone. Bring the right knee up towards your chest. Both hands in front of the right shin. Bring your forehead to touch the right knee. Release your head and release your shoulders. And now cross the right foot on top of the left thigh. And flex the right foot. Stay alert with that. Now, with an inhale, lift up the left foot off the ground. Move the right hand in between the legs. Grab the back of that left leg with both hands. Or the front of that left shin. Keeping that right foot flexed, wherever you feel comfortable. Remember, you're concentrating because the main goal of yoga is the concentration of the mind towards the divine, towards the most permanent. Because the outside world is not only impermanent, but right now is uncertain. We don't know what's going on. But you know what we know? What's going on right now, within you right now, and within me right now. We know what's going on, and this is real. That's what we want to tell the mind. Come to the now to understand what is real. That's what we're doing yoga, to understand what is real. Now slowly, flexing your elbows to the side, push that right knee away from the body, and bring your forehead to touch the inner right ankle. So feel that action, stay there, sense it, be clear about it. Long deep inhales, long deep exhales. Activate your abdominal muscles. Activate your pectoralis. Go a little deeper. Bring your forehead to touch the shin. Go a little deeper and release your head, release your shoulders, release the left foot, release the right foot. And now observe what we just did. So we went to the body and we were squeezing in the joints, because when we flex the joints, when we work deep in the joints, this nervous system relaxes. And for us to understand this uncertainty in the world, we need to have a clear mind. So we need to be relaxed, right? So sense it, be clear about it. Bring the left knee out towards your chest, both hands in front of the left shin, bring your forehead and the left knee to touch. Feel that connection. And then release your head, release your shoulders, cross the left foot on top of the right thigh, flex the left foot, you're going to push the left knee away from the body, you stay there and you sense what's going on right now. Remember, it's about concentration. So from that Ashtanga Yoga system, all the links lead us to concentration, to get to meditation, to get to Samadhi, which is understanding that you are a divine being, so that then the kleshas will not affect you. Sense it, be clear about it. Now slowly lift up the right foot off the ground, move the left hand in between the legs, grab the back of the right leg or the front of the right shin with both hands, keep that left foot flexed, start to push the left knee away from the body, sense what's going on right now. So concentration of the mind. We want to tell the mind where to go, otherwise the mind is going to go to the objects of desire. And if your mind goes to the objects of desire, you're going to be in trouble, because then we're going to be relying on the impermanent, the outside that is impermanent. We want to go to the permanent, to the more permanent, to your soul, to the fact that you are a divine being, that you have a unique exceptionalism, that there is no one like you, there is no one like me, that's for sure. So now slowly flex your elbows to the side with an exhale and lift up and bring your forehead towards that left shin. And now you're going to identify you're working with the material. You're working with the material and you're working with the energy. So I want you to squeeze your abdominal muscles and squeeze your pectoralis muscles and feel that you are creating that connection. You feel the connection of your knee and your forehead, which we did before. You sense your concentration. Concentrate. We're looking to the center. Squeeze to the center and release. Release the right foot, release the left foot, release your arms alongside your body. Feel how it feels. And now inhale, lift up your arms and your pelvis over all the way up. And exhale down, all the way down. Inhale, lift up, arms and pelvis high up. And exhale down, and we're going to do this time 3. Inhale, lift up, high up. And exhale, release. Now with an inhale, lift up the right knee. Good. Cross the right foot on top of the left thigh. Move the right arm inside of the right leg. Grab the left leg. Bring your forehead towards the left shin. And now I want you to bring the creases of the left elbow, and you're going to hook the outer right foot. You're going to keep the right foot flexed, so the sole of the right foot is pressing against the left bicep, right? And the outer edge of that right foot is on the crease of the left elbow. Then move the right hand outside of the right knee, interlock the fingers, and you're going to cradling that right shin. Now straighten up the left leg forward, flex the left foot, steady, sense the inhale, sense the exhales, stay alert, gather information about the now, because right now we're doing a hip opener. Now relax your head, relax your shoulders, relax your head and relax your shoulders, that's right. And keep that left leg totally alert. Maintain that action, connecting, sensing what's happening in the right hip joint, observing what's happening in the body. What is the present condition of the body? What's happening with your Annamaya Kosha? What's going on with your Pranamaya Kosha? What's happening in your Manomaya Kosha? Can you identify intelligence? Vijnana Maya Kosha. Can you come to the divine center? Ananda Maya Kosha. Go a little deeper and release. release the right foot in front of the right sitting bone. Identify what's happening right now, because there are a lot of things happening within you. In the outside, there are a lot of things happening, but you have no control over them. So can you control what you can control? The inside. All right? The outside is uncertain. The inside is a little more certain. I know what I'm going to do maybe in a week, but not 2 weeks and a month. Really difficult. So let's sense what's going on, and now gently lift up now the left knee, fold it deeply, and then cross the left foot on top of the right thigh, flex that left foot, push the left knee, lift up the right foot off the ground, move that left hand on the inside, grab it, squeeze it deeply, feel that sensation. What's going on in the body right now? What's going on in the energy of the body right now? What's going on in your mind right now? What's going on with intelligence? Can you identify? Do you know what is intelligent to practice yoga? Yes, because it will bring you understanding about how to work with what you have. Now gently lift up the torso. That's right, lift up your head, and then bring the crease of the right elbow, and you're going to hug the outer arch of that left foot. You move the left arm to the outside of the left knee, and you're going to cradle that left shin close to the chest. Then you're going to straighten up the right leg, flex your right foot, bringing power into the right leg, sensing the inhale, sensing the exhale. So we want to bring power into that right leg, because we're going to open up the left groin. We're going to open up that. So sense the inhale, sense the exhales, and now slowly relax your head and relax your shoulders. Relax your head and relax your shoulders, and start slowly to dissolve, feel, and let go. Let go of the tension in your head, let go of the tension in your neck. Sense it, that's right, there. Now, I want you to concentrate. I want you to concentrate about the body. That's right, Anna Maya Kosha. I want you to concentrate right now on your breathing. Pranamaya Kosha. What is the sensation? What is the energy that you're feeling right now within the body? Now, can you concentrate about the Manomaya Kosha? The mind. What is the mind telling you right now? What are the thoughts? Imagination, memory. Sense it, feel it, stay alert, gather information, bring breath to it. Now, go and observe your Vijnana Maya Kosha, intelligence. So you know what's intelligence? To relax. That's right. To understand that relaxing is a little bit more intelligent than that's right. And now feel the divine within you, the divine, your soul, the one that is witnessing all of this, and gently, slowly release that left foot. Bend the right knee, release the right foot down, and now let's do 3 more. Inhale, lift up, arms up, pelvis up. Exhale, arms down, pelvis down. Inhale, arms up, pelvis up. That's right, freedom. Exhale, arms down, pelvis down, and let's do just 1 more. Inhale, lifting up, working with what you have, transforming your body. Exhale, and transforming your mind, because you're not your body, you're not your mind. Lift up both knees towards your chest. Good, steady. And now that we work with the hips, let's open them again. But before we open them, we're just going to open up the back side of the leg, of the pelvis. So cross the right leg on top of the left thigh and hug the right foot behind your left calf. Open up your arms shoulder level, palms facing up, and with your next exhale, allow both knees to go to the left elbow, close to the left elbow, and now look at the right hand. And you're going to reach with the right hand, you're going to activate the right arm, you're going to bring the power of the right arm, and you're going to bring the power of relaxation in that right shoulder. So you allow the right shoulder blade to relax. So you control muscles, you control ligaments, you control tendons, you control bones, you control circulation. That's right, you're controlling right now who you are. That's right, you component parts.
You control the component parts, and then you go to who you are, the one that is witnessing, the one that is right now the observer, not the observed, the observer. Who is observing all of that? So feel the sensation, look for the inhales, look for the exhales, sense it, be clear about it. Yes, it's a Sunday practice. It's a today practice. It's a new practice. It's a new opportunity for us to work with those sheaths of the body so that we understand how to get to the divine part of us. And with an inhale, lift up, pressing down, unwind, and then let's cross the left on top of the right, flex the knees, and then hug that left foot behind the right calf. Take a deep inhale, don't lose what you gain, and using the exhale, allow now both knees to go to the right elbow, and now look at the left hand. You're going to reach with the left hand, you're going to activate the left arm, you're going to use the muscles of the left arm, you're going to use the energy of the left arm, and you're going to allow the left shoulder blade to relax, It's going to open up, and you're going to feel sensations in your lower back, you're going to feel sensations in your hips. We're opening up the back side of your pelvis so that we can observe how to let go of emotions. In the pelvis, you have where we hold most of the emotions, and the emotions are controlling your adrenal glands, or your adrenal glands controlling your emotions. They work together. You can use one to change the other, or you can use the other to change the one. So sense it, be clear about it, maintain that left shoulder blade in the ground, allowing that left hip joint to move, sensing the inhales, sensing the exhales, and go to your divine center. Keep moving to your divine center. Center yourself. Concentration. Feel how it feels. Only one more round of breath. So use the next exhale to let go completely, to twist a little bit, and gently lift up. And unwind and release. Both feet in the ground. Release your arms alongside your body. Palms facing down. And let's do 3 more. Inhale, lift up your arms up. And pelvis up, high up. And with an exhale, arms down, pelvis down, touching the ground. 2 more. Inhale, arms up, pelvis up. Exhale, and let's do 1 more. Inhale, arms up, pelvis up. And exhale, arms down, pelvis down. The soul is unborn, forever changeless. That's what we want to go, to the soul. So let's open up a little bit our body so that we can explore the soul. Bring both knees towards your chest. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. And with your hands, grab the outer ankles. So you're gonna, with your hands, you're gonna invite the heels to move towards your pubic bone. But you can also press your heels against each other to separate the knees. So you can press your heels against each other, allowing then the knees to separate. So we're gonna use the muscles on the outer hips called the abductors. They will abduct your legs. So you're gonna squeeze the muscles on the outer hips, the ones that are closer to the ground, to open up the muscles that are above, the opposite of them. So we're gonna use duality. Yes, we're gonna use duality to get to the singularity. So press your heels against each other, feel the singularity in your heels, push the knees away from each other, listen to the inhales, listen to the exhales. Can you bring singularity into your breathing? In other words, make your inhale equally long to the exhale. Make the exhale equally smooth with the inhale. So feel how to transform the duality into singularity within the body, within the energy, within the mind. And now slowly hold with your right hand the outer edge of the right foot. With your left hand you hold the outer edge of the left foot. You separate your feet, and then we're going to do the same principle. Stacking your ankles on top of the knees, sensing your inhale, sensing your exhales, and identifying why is the baby not so happy. What happened? Can you change your body to be a little bit happier with your body? So how do you do that? Change what you eat. Eat the best food that you can find. That is a real health insurance. You want to insure yourself of health, so you use the money for supplying the best
sources of food for you, because that is your Annamaya Kosha. How to breathe properly, practicing pranayama every day, anytime you can during the day, a little bit of pranayama, because it's going to control energy. And if I control energy, I'm going to control the emotions. And if I control the emotions, I also can help my adrenal glands, and I can help then how to release other delicious oxytocin hormones. So once you stock the ankles on top of the knees with your hands, you're going to pull your feet downward. You're going to push your feet downward, and you're going to try to move the knees to touch the ground. And you're going to sense your inhale, and you're going to sense your exhale. Yes, that sound is perhaps your hips screaming. That's right. That sound, that bell, is perhaps your hips screaming. Telling, that's right, where is that blockage of happiness? Can you let go of the tension on your hips? Can you feel your sacrum in the ground? Can you feel your lumbar in the ground? Sense what's happening. Squeeze your hips. Feel your hips squeezing. Steady, gently, with ease. Concentrate and release. Both feet in the ground. Slowly, I know. Release your arms in the ground. Palms facing up. Sense what's happening right now. Feel what's happening right now. Gather information about what's happening within you right now, so that you can change. Because the way to change your life is by changing the way you think. So we want to understand how to work with the mind, how to work with the senses, how to use what we have to transform what we have, how to move away from the impermanent to the permanent. Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mridyorma Ambritam Gamaya. Take me away from the impermanent to the permanent. Take me away from darkness to light. Take me away from death towards immortality. That is that prayer. So sense it, be clear about it. And let's do 3 more. Inhale, lift up, arms up. Pelvis up. Exhale, arms down, pelvis down. 2 more. Inhale, lift up, arms up, pelvis up. Exhale, arms down, pelvis down. And just 1 more. Inhale, arms up, pelvis up. Lift the pelvis up and bring your arms down. And lift your pelvis up. Now interlock the fingers underneath the body. Observe which pinky is in the front. Press your elbows down. And then bring the shoulder blades towards each other. That's right. So make the back of your neck long. And now I want you to shift your attention, identify the energy. In other words, move your mind into the back of your neck. And make the back of your neck long. Press the back of your head down and move the chin away from your chest. Now move your breastbone towards your chin. So press your hands down to do that action. You know who can help you with that? Your heels. If you press your heels down, you can lift up the pelvis up, and you can move then the breastbone towards your chin. Now listen to the breath. Listen to your inhales and listen to your exhales. And observe what's going on right now. What's happening in your Annamaya Kosha? What's going on in the Pranamaya Kosha? What's happening in that Manomaya Kosha, Vijnana Maya Kosha, and the Ananda Maya Kosha? So concentration of the mind is the supreme goal of yoga, so that we understand how to move to the permanent, how to work moving towards the self, because the self is the observer and the mind is the observed. Lift up a little bit higher and gently release and feel how it feels, and identify then the vibration. Identify now how we are getting now to that Ananda Maya Kosha, that divine center. Yes, we are composed of that the soul is similar to the soul of the divinity. You have the divinity within you. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, lift up, arms up, pelvis up. Exhale, arms down, pelvis down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, arms up, pelvis up. Exhale, arms down, pelvis down. Then let's do 1 more. Inhale, arms up, pelvis up. Lift the pelvis up
and exhale, bring your arms down. Now alternate the crossing of the fingers. The upward pinky is going to be in the front. Press your elbows, bring the shoulder blades towards each other to open up your heart. Straighten your elbows, bring your palms tight together, creating a fist. Press the back of your head down, move the chin away from the chest. That's right. And now activate your calves. Feel your calves engaging, feel your hamstrings engaging. So activate your hamstring to help you lift. Activate your calves to help you lift. So sense the lifting, opening up the groins. Sense the inhale, sense the exhale. So concentrate your mind in the quality and the sound of the breath, because concentration is the ultimate goal of yoga. So that way you can go to the center, not to the outside, not distraction, attraction. Attract yourself, to the self, because the self is the observer. The mind is the observer. The mind uses the senses to give us information about the outside. We want information on the inside. That's why we're opening up the heart right now, to bring your mind to your heart so that you can bring coherence between a clear intention with an elevated emotions, which is going to bring the world that you want, because the outside is totally uncertain. So can you use the inside to transform the outside? Can you lift up a little bit higher? Sense it. Steady. One more, a little bit higher. And gently release and feel how it feels. Stay alert, gather information. Now, bring the right knee up towards your chest. Move the right hand inside the right knee and grab now the right big toe. Now straighten up the right leg up as much as you can, and keeping the left foot in the ground, allow the left knee to open up the left side, and now open up the right leg to the right side. Now, the action here is to maintain your sacrum grounded. And then you're going to feel, once your sacrum is grounded, I want you to move your attention now, move your energy to your lumbar. And identify what's going on in the lumbar, what's going on in the muscles in the area, and what's going on with the ligaments and the tendons of the area. So go feel the left and the right groin. Feel the left and the right SI joint. And now activate the right quadricep. Feel the right kneecap engaging maximally. Feel the right heel moving far away from the right sitting bone. Allow now the left knee to fold towards the left, so release the tension, or you can bring tension on the outer left hip joint. If you squeeze, there we go. If you squeeze the outer left hip joint, it's going to open up the groin. So you want to understand, why are you holding for so much tension in your body? So feel the energy. Observe the Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnana Maya Kosha, and Ananda Maya Kosha. And lift up the left knee, lift up the right foot, bend the right knee, and release the right foot in the ground in front of the right sitting bone. Lift up the left knee, squeeze it, move the left arm inside of the left knee, and with the index and middle finger of the left hand, looping it with your thumb, straighten up the left leg as much as you can. If the left knee doesn't straighten completely, no big deal, because we're going more at the hip joint. The hamstring, the calf, we worked on that in the pose before. We brought awareness to that communication. Now maintain the communication with the inhales and the exhales, so concentrate about bringing that duality to singularity. And now with your exhale, allow the right knee to open up to the right side and open up the left leg to the left side at the same time. Two movements at the same time, so that we can feel that the dual action. As the left heel is moving to the left, the right knee is opening up to the right. And you observe. Remember, we want to go to the self, to become the observer. We want to observe where the mind is trying to go, because the mind is going to want to go to the object of desire. Either the desire could be in a form of imagination, or it could be in a form of memory. So it's about likes and dislikes. Yes, that's one of the issues of the mind, that we have worked on the kleshas. Now we're working on the koshas, the layers. Can you identify right now your Annamaya Kosha, your body? What's going on in the body? Now that you're on the body, can you activate the left quadricep? Feel the left kneecap lifting. Feel the left heel moving away from the body. Feel the right knee moving away from the body and activate the outside of the right hip joint. So feel those muscles on the outside of the right hip joint. Squeeze it so that we can open up the right groin. We can open up the left leg. So we're opening up the pelvis. We're trying to open up the area where we concentrate the biggest amount of emotions. In the area where, for some reason, it's called the area of elimination. So can you eliminate, sense what's going on there? Feel what's happening in your lumbar, thoracic, cervical, your jaw. What's happening in your body? One more, a little deeper. And lift up. And gently release that left foot. Feel how it feels? And now we're going to do 3 more. Inhale, lift up, arms up, pelvis up, high up, all the way up. And exhale, arms down, pelvis down, and release it. 2 more. Inhale, arms up, pelvis up, high up. Exhale, release. And let's do just 1 more. Inhale, arms up, pelvis up, and now stay there. And feel the inhales and feel the exhales. So we're trying to use the mind, because the mind can be a working sense or the mind can be a knowledge gathering sense. With the knowledge gathering sense, the mind transform or connect with the sight, hearing, touch, smell, and taste. When the mind connects to the working or works as a sense organ, as a working organ, it connects to the speech, to the hand, to your feet, to your reproductive, yes, and to excretory organs, so senses. The soul becomes connected to the mind to the senses to the sense object. So we want to understand that one. Therefore, it is through this process that knowledge is acquired. We want to know, we want the knowledge. And gently release, sorry. That's right, sense, feel how it feels, stay alert. And now keep your hands alongside your body, palms facing down. Bring both knees to your chest. Press your hands down. And now move the pelvis over your head and bring your legs over your head. So we're going to do halasana. Just a little bit of halasana. Relax your toes there. And bring your palms to touch the ground. Straighten the knees. And listen to the breath. Listen to the inhales and listen to the exhales. So we're just going to do a pose that helps us on the lower back, since we work in that area of emotional area. Lower back has a lot of emotions as well, especially if you have your cycle. Females, when they have their cycle, there is a lot of emotions that are released, and you start to feel sensations in the lower back. But remember, we're trying to understand what's going on right now with the Annamaya Kosha, the Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, and the Anandamaya Kosha. And gently release all the way down to the ground. Good. Bring both feet in the ground. Press both feet in the ground. Move your hands alongside your ears. And let's do one rainbow. Because rainbows connect all the colors. Press the ground. And then inhale, lift up. And now feel and start connecting to your body. Sense the body. Identify the body. And use your legs to move the pelvis away from your torso. And move your arms to move your torso away from your pelvis. And now straighten the knees. Straighten the knees. Maximize. Open up the groins. Feel that action. Be clear about it. We're here for only 3 more rounds of breath. Feel the action of lifting maximally. Steady. Press your heels down. Open up the groins. 1 more. And gently tuck in the chin. And then land directly to your shoulder blades. That's right. Bring your forehead and your knees to touch. Feel the connection. Gather information. Rock yourself back and forth and come up to a seated position. Cross your legs. Relax your hands on top of your knees, on top of your thighs. Relax your jaw. Relax your shoulders on top of your hip joints. Relax your tongue. And now observe. Observe what's going on right now. Go to the self. Go to the observer. The soul becomes connected to the mind to the senses to the sense object. Therefore, it is through this